Ooh, outside for Ron. Just a little bit better for Joe. So Joe will have the advantage to start the match. Big props to these guys. These guys are best buddies. They've been playing together for quite some time. And actually, one of the most significant things is that they are CDC Q School tour card holders. Good 60 there to start with, Joe. Yeah, they're tour card holders. Obviously, that's huge, not only for them, but for all the players that they represent in this region. It's not easy to go out and grab a tour card. I mean, you have some amazing shots, and for them to even get that, that's a big accomplishment. So look forward to seeing them at some of the bigger events here in the United States in the coming months. And yeah, be sure to root and cheer them on. Solid darts from Joe, keeping it nice and consistent. Oh, a little bit better from Ron, sneaking that in there. Let's see what Joe can do to respond. Ooh, a little bit of a blocker. Goes right over the top of that first one. Beautiful find. Good third there by Ron. Would have wanted to have, obviously, all of those in the 20 bed there. But still, pressuring Joe. Good first start. It might be outside. Even Joe. You can tell by his reaction that he would have wanted more there. Not under too much pressure from Ron. He's a little bit far away. And that one's certainly not going to help him. Good second. It looks like there's two in the bed there. Oh, big 121 from Ron Sargent to come right back at Joe. Joe can set up nicely, though, from here if he hits big. Thinks about it. It was a good third there, just shy of the triple bed, but still leaving himself handy. Will have a lot of work to do. Yeah, Ron would have wanted more there. It's only the first leg. These guys can't be getting too upset. They've got a long way to go. Obviously, again, these guys have been playing together for so long. They want to beat each other. They want to say, hey, I'm the number one guy. I am that guy. Oh, beautiful first start. That might be in. Oh, big 140. Looks like the second dart was just high. A lot of pressure on this 90. Oh, Ron. Cardinal sin. Don't bust your sub 100 darts. All right, Joe looking at the 16 here. Will he take it? First start. Oh, wow. Clinical start from Joe Ricard. Nice average to start the set as well. You love to see that banter between Joe and Ron as well. Let's see if Ron can finally get going here in this second leg. Looks like it's a 45 on the board. Yeah, it's a 45. Looks like two in there. 125 from Joe, maybe? Yes. Now, you really have to hand it to Joe. His consistency with his scoring has definitely been one of the stronger aspects of his game these past couple of months here. Such a consistent score. So easily follows that first one if it hits the triple bed. So easily able to adjust as well. Solid 60. Would have liked a little bit more there, but the line was looking really good. See what Ron can do. Solid 85. It's a good visit. Definitely tell that Joe is still in the driver's seat here in this match so far. Oh, solid 100. Where to sneak that in? Now, these types of consistent scores are going to put a lot of pressure on Ron. I mean, granted, again, it is set play. You do get that little bit of a reset, but certainly not encouraging when, you know, your first start's going a little wide. You can't seem to, you know, find that triple bet, or it's a chore to find it. That's good score in that previous round. It's certainly going to be a boon for Ron, but he needs to keep it going here. A little bit of a reprieve. Joe walking away with a 45. Puts Ron in a good spot. Can he capitalize? Oh, costly darts. So unfortunate. It was sitting right there on top of the wire. Would have wanted that to sneak in. Will Joe punish? Ah, 60 is still a good visit there. Ron's going to have to hit big to put Joe under some pressure. That's a great start. Looks like 85 there. Oh, solid 100. Well, this is going to be a big statement out if Joe can find this. See the setup? That's a good start. Will he go? Oh. A little bit of a wayward dart there. Certainly gives Ron the opportunity to take this two-darter. Will he go tops? Come on, Ron. Oh, he wanted to go for it. Just can't find it. Finds the third one. As you can see the chuckle on there, that more or less telling Joe, yeah, hey, buddy, I would have got it if you let me have that. Just underneath for Joe. Double 10. And he finds it on the second one. Joe off to a flying start here. First two legs in the bag. There's a possibility that Ron can already lose this set. Only 3 legs played. Joe will be throwing for the first set here. Let's see how he starts off. Looking like a 64 to start. Looks like that second dart found its way in. It did. Decent start. Ron will certainly be able to punish if need be. If he can find the gear. 60's a tap on the shoulder, but it's not the type of tap that Ron would have wanted to give Joe there. Joe continuing to find that triple bet. It's just coming so easy. Solid visit from Joe with the 100. Ron trying to answer back. Again, the triple bet has just been elusive to Ron in this first set. You can definitely tell it's starting to frustrate him a little bit. Joe continuing to just drill. And 60's not bad when it's putting you further away from your opponent who can't seem to find those triples. Ah, just underneath. Can he find the middle? He can. That's a strong visit from Ron right there. He needed that 100. Puts him right back in the middle of the hunt. A little bit of a wayward visit there from Joe. And Ron will certainly take that freebie and try to punish. It looks like he's already on his way to punishing Joe big time here. Would have wanted a little bit more, but that's a solid visit. 99 on the board from Ron. Looks like 21 scored. 81. There's a good tempo to this game, a good pace. Scoring is there, and even though Ron has been struggling a little bit to find the triple bet, he's still been pressuring Joe to make sure that he finds those outs, keeps scoring big. Big visit from Ron. Sargent with the 140. Asking a lot of Joe, saying, hey, you're 2 legs up right now, but you've got a lot of work to do if you want to close me out in set 1. 77 scored. Joe's going to think about it here. And he leaves himself 60, so that's a pretty good leave. Let's see how Ron can do. What he can do to set up this 42 out. There's the 10. Double 16. Just inside. Ron just unable to find anything in this first set. You really feel like these types of opportunities, especially that Joe gave him in the last visit, really has to be able to take those. Joe, a little sloppy. Can he get the third one? Oh, just underneath. Again, another reprieve for Ron. He's going to have to find this. Can't leave Joe with 3 darts at 20. Oh, that's the story of the set one here for Ron. He's done well to get himself down to a finish, but it just hasn't come easy. It seems like he's fighting the board, fighting the darts. A little bit of banter there. Joe looking to take out double 10. And he finds the 2 10s. First set in the bag for Joe Ricard. 73 average, and even then, Ron is really not that far behind with the 68.55. It's definitely just coming down to that checkout efficiency, taking advantage of those opportunities. But this is Ron's set. Let's see how he starts off. I think he was just trying to see if he could even hit that. Looks like there's a little bit of confusion with the players there. Joe definitely thought that. Joe definitely thought that Ron was trying to start off with double in. Guarantee that the Worcester Premier League is not double in, double out. Although that would be a one-off, a fun format for a one-off. Again, there's that friendly banter between the two. Ron's having to refocus himself. 45 to start. Let's see how Joe can answer. Solid 60. Again, these solid starts, I mean, you have to really appreciate Joe's throw and how easily he can just group all those darts together. Even when they're a little wayward, he does very well to correct. Ron struggling again to find that triple bed. Seems to always surround it, but just can't seem to find it easily. It's a messy visit from Joe. He'd want those 3 back. Even then, with the previous visit from Joe, Ron can definitely take a little bit of solace in knowing that he's pretty far away. Joe's going to have to hit big, and, well, here come those darts. 2 in there. Will this be the first maxi? Hey, there it is. The first 180 locked in by Joe Ricard. At least first 180 on stream. Big visit there by Joe to come swinging right back. Another 85 by Ron. Does well to keep knocking down that score, but if Joe keeps scoring like that, Ron's going to be in a lot of trouble. Uh-oh, it keeps going. That might be 2. Oh, that could have been a 3rd. Let's see. That's another 180. That's a 180 on the floor. Huge darts by Joe. Unfortunate that it fell out, but jeez, what form that he's found here. Solid 100. A race from 130. A little bit tricky there. Hitting the 15 first. I think that's another 5. Sloppy visit by Joe. This is very gettable for Ron. If he can find it. Needs the triple. Oh, it was wide. And again, Ron giving Joe opportunities. This is a very gettable out for Joe, and he'll know it. He'll walk into this shot feeling confident. 70 left. The bull. Oh. Just a little too high. Still a good effort, though. Ron looking to take out the 84 to... Again, nothing just coming easy for Ron tonight. 79, 60 left. Fairly decent setup after that rough first one. Let's see if Joe's going to go straight at it or aim to correct. There's the correction, double 16. Double 8. Oh, Joe's going to want those back. As Ron walks up, 3 darts at tops. There it is. Ron's off. He's finally off. Can definitely tell that he's getting a little bit frustrated, but he's channeling that frustration towards the board, and he's finding it. Joe off again with a solid 60 to start. Big visit from Ron there with the 100. Now this is going to be the problem for Joe. If Ron starts building that confidence because it's set play, if Ron starts building this confidence back, it's always worse to come out to a stronger start and have your opponent start creeping back in, chiseling into your advantage and lead. Ron certainly has the capability to take this set back and force a third and final set. Solid 60 there. Joe's not thinking about that right now. He just has work to do. Those darts aren't going to make it easy for him, but that second one's beautiful guide. And there's the follow. Solid 1-2-1 from Joe. Putting a lot of pressure on Ron to keep delivering these triples, and he certainly seems like he's up to the call there. Big response from Ron to follow Joe's 1-2-1. Puts the pressure right back on him to keep on delivering. There it is. Oh, just a little wide. Good visit, but not the type of pressure that Joe would have wanted to put on him. Again, Ron's average starting to creep back up. He's starting to find the triple bed, and this is going to be the worry from Joe. He needs a good visit here to set himself up, because you cannot leave Ron Sargent with 104. He's going to put big pressure on that. No out from 177. Beautiful setup, 99. Not a bad visit, but not the type of pressure that Joe would have wanted. 104 for Ron. That's going to hurt. 58 scored. 46 left. Doing a little bit of mental math here. There you go, Ron. Should be splitting the 6 and the 10. Choose your destiny, Ron. Which way do you want to go? He's thinking about it. And he goes tops again. The top straight was friendly to him last time. Opting to go for that again. 78 for Joe. $60 left. Tops. Oh, Joe would have wanted that back as well. That's a big, big opportunity missed for Joe Ricard. Ron Sargent looking to take this out. And he does. That's 2 for Ron. Again, this is the beauty of set play, is even though Joe was able to sweep that first set, it looks like Ron is right on his way to do the same thing to Joe in the second. This is the beauty of set play. It looks like a little bit of a cheers. You can't run away from your opponent in set play. They're right there to pressure. There you go. They're off. Might be a little chilly. They're blowing on their hands to warm them up. Maybe it's a good luck thing for Ron. Hoping that they fly true, can run away with this set here. Looks like 220s to open with the first two. possible 60 on the board. It is. Decent start. Again, you can see Ron's average has definitely crept back up. His scoring is starting to come alive here in the second set. Big visit from Joe Ricard out of the gate. 140. Solid start. Joe definitely fighting to keep this set going. And one more leg victory for Ron is going to clinch the set and push both guys to a third and final deciding set. .55 is not what Joe would have wanted there. Again, his grouping has been so good. It's so frustrating when those darts just manage to find their way outside. Another big visit from Ron. His scoring is certainly back. And Joe's got to be concerned. He needs to keep hitting big to keep the pressure on. Solid 100. Good answer. Down to 206. Ron at 238. He's saying, what you can do, hey, I can do that too. But can you do it better? The frustration from Ron again. He's just having too many darts slip outside. Again, the friendly banter between the two guys. Looks like Ron is, whatever magic he put on that board, it certainly rejected Joe's dart. 186 left for Joe. Which way is he going to go here to set it up? And he does the triple 19. That's a good find. Both men at a 3-dart combo out. Joe with the better one. The 129 is fairly difficult to hit. No 155 for Ron, but he can set it up nicely here. Solid visit. 129 is certainly not an easy get here for Joe. Needs the triple 20 just high. Again, the frustration from Joe. So close. Good third, though. Beautiful setup play to leave himself a golden opportunity should he be coming back to the board here. Ron 3 at 56. Tops. Oh, Ron comes back 3 and 3. First 3 going to Joe. Second 3 going to Ron. And we are all tied up. A set apiece. Great darts here from both guys. You definitely feel that Ron's average is not telling the full story. Such an abysmal start to the game here, but he's certainly picked up the pace in the second set. Joe Ricard throwing a solid 76 average, but still getting swept in the second set here. Let's see if both guys can keep it going as they get ready for the tiebreaker set. Advantage Joe because he was the one that won the bowl, so he will be throwing first. So we wait for both guys to get going here. Just a little bit of a score update. Tom Curtin is currently 1 set up on Nick Soldo. Mike Carignan is 1 set up on Mark Rudge. And Justin Burke is 1 set up on Roberto Santos. We actually have them up on the other board here while these guys are talking a little bit. Switch over really quick, check in. Roberto definitely putting up a fight. Justin struggling to find some points here in this second leg of the second set. It looks like Joe and Ron are ready to go again, so we'll go back for them. Remember, this is the sudden death. Well, not sudden death, but it's the third set. So whoever wins this set is going to be moving on. Continue playing tonight. Both guys playing really, really well. Again, the scoring in the first set was just not there for Ron, but he definitely found in the second. Joe has definitely been a smooth and steady operator all night, but Ron's power scoring, again, has just put a lot of pressure on Joe. Both guys are definitely warmed up here. We'll see how they carry the momentum in this final set. Solid 100 there. Ron's going to have to find big. Let's see if he can lock in at least 100. Man, he can. He knocks it down to 3-4-1. A little bit of a score update here. Mike Carignan has beaten Mark Rudge 2-0. So he will be moving on to the semifinals. Congratulations, Mike. Great darts. Average, finishing that off with a 69.37 average to Rudge's 60. Ron looking to slowly and steadily creep up his average as well. Again, the average has not been a reflection of how well he's been playing. Joe, again, so consistent, so steady. As I say that, maybe commentator's curse right there to push that dart out to the left side. But again, he finds the triple bed. Again, he's so good. Joe is so good with that grouping and keeping those darts all in the center of that triple 20 area. You could say the same thing about Ron. Big visit. Big second and third dart to come and hit a 1-2-5 there after a fairly poor start. A race from 1-5-6, and Joe's off. We'll look to try and hit the triple, and he does. Beautiful leave. Ron looking to get the whole thing. One more of those. Double 18, the first ton plus of the match. Oh! Oh, you could definitely tell the frustration on Ron. He would have wanted that. That would have been a statement out for the match. Definitely love to see the sportsmanship from Joe Ricard there. He wanted that just as much for his buddy. One more 8. 2 20s. Oh, high as well. You can definitely tell the nerves are starting to creep in a little bit. These opportunities are few and far between. Ron looking to take this. Does he go for it? Last chance. Oh, just inside. Ron wanting to punch the board. Unfortunate, unlucky. Definitely could have sparked with how close it was to the wire. Joe, a little bit of a high ball there. Now a little low. He needs to focus up for 2 10s. Just outside. The nerves are starting to settle in. Again, this is the first leg of the final set. Finds the correction. 2 4s. Oh, just inside. Now, this is the tricky part of darts. When you're just missing, you're so close, you can't let the frustration get to you. Joe walking up with confidence. And he finds it. Joe takes the first leg of the final set. Puts the pressure on Ron. Ron looking to hold throw here as he starts this leg. Will have to find a break. Well, 60's not a bad start for Ron. Would have loved to walk away with a little bit more, but Joe seeing if he can put some pressure on right from the get-go. 85, tap on the shoulder for Ron. What you can do, I can do better. Ron looking to respond. Another score update for everybody. Tom Curtin has beaten Nick Soldo, so Tom is in the semifinals. Congratulations, Tom. The only 2 matches that we are waiting on is this one that we're watching here, and then Roberto and Justin Burke. Solid 85 for Ron. Slowly knocking the score down. Not the first start that Joe would have wanted there. Definitely the second, though. And he fought. Well, 81 is not a terrible visit. You can definitely tell he's a little frustrated, would have wanted a little bit more. Ron with a little bit of leeway on his throw. Start running away with it. Ah. Again. little bit of a tap on the shoulder there for Ron. Joe's just far enough away where he needs to start hitting bigger and bigger. That 60 is just not going to do the job. Ron with a little bit of breathing room here. Ah, 60. Joe can come back into this. A 100-ton-plus visit here for Joe will definitely put him in a little bit of a position to put some good pressure on Ron. Needs another triple. He elects to go to the bullseye route, and he finds it. Single bull. 105 scored. Ron looking to knock this down. He won't find it this time around. Would have loved a triple there from what him talking to himself there. 60 on the board. This 110 is very gettable for Joe. You almost feel like if he finds this, Ron's going to be in a lot of trouble. Needs a triple. Taking a step back, collecting himself. Finds the triple. Ah, not the normal way to go. You can definitely tell he was a little frustrated not to get it. Maybe a little bit of a rushed attempt from Joe. Get one up over on his buddy. Ron seems unfazed. 76 left. 56. Goes the 16 route. Tops for Ron. Ah, too high. Frustration from Ron coming out. Joe taking a breath. Definitely didn't think that he was going to be coming back to the board to correct this. 15. How does he correct? There's the 7. 2 4s just wide. Ah, just wide again. The pain. Even though Joe's ahead in this game, you can definitely tell he wants to close it out. He doesn't want Ron to be able to find some momentum to come back. I feel like all dart players, they just want to win 9-0, 10-0, run away. And Ron does. He finds the 220s. Comes right back. 2 holes to throw for both gentlemen here. One of these guys needs to find a break. One of them is content not needing to break it all. Solid 85 to start. Again, Ron's scoring is picked back up again. Let's see if he can keep it going here in the third leg. And he finds the triple again. With these two guys, they're such good buddies. They know how each other play. They know the tendencies. They know the habits. You can definitely tell, hey, buddy, what you can do, I can do slightly better. 95 on the board for Joe. Ron definitely has to keep it going. Keep the pressure on. That's a great start. Second dart's just a little high. And the third dart's in there. Big 140 from Ron. Joe's starting to become under a lot of pressure here. Needs to start finding this triple bed. 60s just aren't going to do it. And yeah, just won't go. The 60s are not going to be able to do it if Ron keeps running away with it. Another triple find for Ron. 100 puts him into a high ton plus out. 161 remaining. Joe has to hit 100 or more. Only finds the 60. 201 left for Joe. Ron certainly doesn't need to take this out, but he would love to leave himself handy. Apologies to all the families that are watching this. We don't have a bleep that we can put over the guys. Joe looking to set up from 201 here. 181 left. Might be a 5 there. Can't quite see over the dart. A little bit of nerves there from Joe, pulling back that dart. And he misses the trip 17. Still leaving himself pretty far away. Ron's going to love this. 106 left for Ron. Finds it. 46 left. Tops. Ah, he sails it. That would have been a big visit and a big out for Ron. Ron needing the break here, as this is Joe's Joe's set. No finish from 1-2-4. Can only set up from here. Needs to find a triple to bring it down. And he does. 94 scored. Ron with 2 20s to break Joe. And put the set on throw for him. Taking a step back. Collecting himself. Just a little low. He has to go for it. And it's too high. Unfortunate visit there. Joe with the setup. 10. Just underneath the 220s. 210s. And just inside. Again, we're starting to see this a little bit more in the first 2 sets. Both gentlemen were clinical with their outs. Not wasting any time to get out of the game. And now they're starting to struggle a little bit. Ron. Good grouping, but not the position that he would have liked those darts to land in. Would have wanted them a little bit lower. Joe, same space, same spot. Oh, that's a dagger in the heart of Joe, who would have wanted to get out of the leg right there. Big opportunity for Ron with 10 remaining, 2 5s. Keeps hitting that same spot. Needs to bring it down. Yeah, he has to refocus himself. And it's slow. And crucially, he can't correct. He's going to have to burn a dart if he does come back. Joe, 3 darts at 2, double 2, and he finds it. 25 darts used? Oh, they're too hard on themselves. There's a lot of pressure in this final set. Definitely one of the longer legs that we've had between these two guys. But you can tell nerves are starting to come in, starting to play a factor in this final leg. Sorry, final set, excuse me. Solid 60 from Ron to get things going. .45 scored, not the type of visit that Joe would have wanted. Can't afford too many of those types of visits, especially with the scoring power that Ron has. And 41. A little bit of a break that Ron has given Joe. Can he take advantage of it? That's 1 good dart. That's 2 good darts. Oh, that all... You always feel like it happens just like that. The first 2 are pristine, and that third one has a mind of its own. Still a great visit from Joe, but would have wanted a lot there. Looks like a 60. It is. No, there's 1. Oh, he won't be doing it again. 100's a solid visit from Joe, though. He's starting to pick up the pace, keep the scoring going. He can win the set here if he takes this out. Ron with a beautiful first. Just high on the second. And he finds the third. Big answer by Ron. 140 on the board. Joe's starting to be put under a little bit of pressure here. Needs to score big to keep his hopes alive here. 59's not exactly what he would have wanted. Doesn't put him in range. Ron in better position to set himself up for a possible big visit, big out. 140 is certainly gettable, but Joe can certainly do himself a lot of favors here by setting up nicely. 80 scored, 92. 172 left. Can Ron take out the big 140? He can't. Can only set up from here. 80 scored. Sets himself up for 3 darts at tops, but will Joe let him back in? Big high pressure take from Joe. Finds the first one. Oh! Oh, he finds the second one under pressure. And he takes it 2-1. Beautiful visit from Joe. Again, wonderful match between these two guys. Under so much pressure, Joe's able to find it.